What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 142, and we start today's episode off with a game against Paris Saint-Germain here, away in France for our Europa League quarter-final first leg here. And to be honest, we come into this game on the back of beating Chelsea in the Barclays Premier League away from home by 2-0, so I was feeling very, very confident, to be honest. We haven't lost the game in quite a few games now, so I was feeling quite confident, but PSG are, of course, a very, very strong side, and I would imagine they were one of the sides that got knocked out of the Champions League in the group stages, because as you look at their side, they are very, very decent. They've got some good players in there, and yeah, nice mix of youth and experience as well, so very decent side, and I knew it would be a very difficult game, to be honest, and the first chance of this game would fall in the 8th minute as Hugo Lloris gets on the ball. We chip over the top towards Cher, but I didn't see that Ezekiel was tracking back, and he made the challenge. Verratti played him through, Ezekiel went 1-on-1, great save by Lloris, and the shot was well blocked by Corker after Sukuna striked it, so really good chance for PSG, and a very, very good start to what would be a very lively game. PSG almost taking the lead, but from the corner here, it's crossed in by Pastore. Lloris comes for it, and he doesn't get there, and PSG take the lead. So it's a real shame. It's their captain that gets the goal, and Lloris, who made a mistake in the last leg against Manchester City, makes one here, and PSG take the lead. So it's PSG 1, Spurs 0. In the 17th minute, a great chance for us to hit back. Nelson Oliveira goes down the left hand side, really good chance here. He fakes shots, then shoots. The first shot is blocked, but comes back to him, but Areola makes a great save there, so the French goalkeeper makes a very, very good stop, and it's still 1-0. And from the corner, it's crossed in towards Gutierrez, but the header goes straight into Areola's glove. So still PSG 1, Spurs 0, and the Football Manager legend had made a couple of very good saves there. But in the 21st minute, we win the header away, but PSG pick it back up again. It's Pastore who got the assist for the goal. He rolls it through to the captain, the goal scorer Chantome. Pedro Obiang gets the ball and rolls it out wide to Verratti. He plays it back to Pastore, and I just couldn't get the ball off PSG. Their passing was so accurate, and this just epitomised how hard it is on Legendary. Their turns were agile, they were so accurate in everything they were doing, and eventually the ball goes to Verratti, who goes down the left hand side, gets onto his right foot. Pastore crosses the ball in, and it's Pedro Obiang who puts the ball into the back of the net to make it PSG 2, Spurs 0. So just 24 minutes in, we were 2 goals down in this Europa League quarter-final first leg, and things were looking very bleak. And in the 35th minute, another great chance. Sukuna crosses the ball in, and Ezekiel's header just goes wide. So we were under so much pressure here, and PSG were looking to score the third goal before half-time, but thankfully they didn't. In the 53rd minute, though, we win the ball back with Fernando. Towns gets on the ball and rolls it through to Ross Barkley. Barkley gets on the ball, fake shots around the number 3, keeps on going, gets onto his left foot and drills it into the top corner there. So a great finish by Barkley, off balance, really, really good strike, and Barkley does give us a route back into this game and a route back into the tie, because as things stood, we were going to be whimpering out the first leg, but thankfully Barkley does get the goal there to make it 2-1. But in the 61st minute, PSG get the ball. It's cleared away by us, but it's eventually won back by Chantome, the captain. He wins it, rolls it through to Pastore, 1-on-1, but thankfully Lloris bails us out with a big save, and it's still 2-1. So PSG were putting us under so much pressure, they really were. We had to thank Lloris for some good goalkeeping saves in this game to keep the score at 2-1, but from this cross in, it finds Ezekiel, and PSG make it 3-1, and unfortunately Lloris was beaten again, and PSG had a 3-1 lead in this game with 72 minutes on the clock, so we weren't playing very well. And in the 79th minute, Digne gets on the ball down the left hand side, finds Ezekiel, nice little pass into Pastore, he plays it back to Ezekiel, who rifles it into the bottom corner, and it's PSG 4, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and we are surely out of the Europa League now. Really good finish by Ezekiel, and the goal, I had to show the replay, the goal just epitomised how hard this game was. The passing was so quick, it was so accurate, it was so precise, one touch, really nice football, and the strikes were accurate as well, and the game did finish 4-1. I have to say, that has got to be the toughest game I've played on career mode this year. That was so difficult. I just could not stop PSG. Every single time they came forward, they looked like scoring. They sliced my defence open so many times, and unfortunately we did lose the game by 4-1. One of the goals, the first goal, was a mistake by Lloris, but the fact of the matter is we got completely battered. I didn't play well, but the game was so difficult. And it showed just how tough Legendary can be when the AI are on their game. So really, really difficult. We did lose the game by 4-1, and yeah, things look very bleak for us now, and we could well be facing elimination from the Europa League very quickly. And straight after that, we had a game against Manchester United here in a battle for the top 4. So things do not get easier, and you can see by the squad, we had to rest a lot of players as well coming into this game. There was only a couple of first team players that stayed out there for this game because all the side was shattered after losing that game so heavily to PSG by 4-1. 1. So we came to this game at Old Trafford, and it looked as though we were going to get beaten again because you couldn't really see our weak squad being able to match Manchester United. So we took on Manchester United, who are going to be a side challenge for the title. They're level with Chelsea on points, but they do have a game on hand. We are 12 points behind first and second, so it is, you know, what you consider a top 4 battle, but United really are going to be safe in the Champions League place. They're going to be looking for a title come the end of the year. We're going to be looking to make sure we can get into the top 4. So both of these clubs are in the top 4, but both have big difference in terms of intentions. But the first chance will come to United in the 8th minute. The ball got played forward towards Christian Eriksen here, the former Spurs man, who's going to be rejoining us next year on a free transfer, and he played the ball through to Phil Jones, and Phil Jones found the back of the net. So just 9 minutes in, United were in the lead, and it was one of those once again where I couldn't really get goal side of the man. I kept losing out, and unfortunately as the pass was played across the face of goal, I knew that it was going to be put into the back of the net. I positioned Rose on the line hoping for the best, or maybe Chalobah, I can't remember now, and unfortunately it wasn't cleared away, and Jones put it into the back of the net to make it United 1, Spurs 0. In the 15th minute, a good chance for us. Welbeck gives it to John Joe Anderson here. He chips the ball forward towards Connor Wickham, rolls the ball forward, I should say. Wickham takes aim, but it's a great save by the goalkeeper, and it's still United 1, Spurs 0. So we almost got ourselves back on level terms. We couldn't do so. In the 33rd minute, I gave the ball away, and United came forward here. Christian Eriksen rolled it through towards Janko. Down the right-hand side, he swings it across. Eriksen's scissor kick is well saved by Lloris, and then the referee awards a penalty after we brought down Eriksen. It was completely accidental there by Tom Carroll. He only had eyes for the ball, but the referee didn't see it as an accident. He saw it as a clear foul by Carroll on Eriksen, and I guess you can see why he did give the penalty, but it was one of those penalties which was quite debatable really, not a stone wall one, but a penalty for Manchester United in the 35th minute, a chance to make it 2-0 and make it a completely miserable few days for us. It was Hernandez who stepped up against Hugo Lloris, sporting a captain's armband, and unfortunately Hernandez put the ball down the middle as Lloris went to his right, and United had a 2-goal lead in the 35th minute. So Hernandez celebrates, and unfortunately it looks as though it would be a completely miserable few days here as we would look to lose this game here at Old Trafford. But in the 58th minute, a chance for us to hit back and get ourselves a goal back here. Nathaniel Klein finds Bentaleb, and Bentaleb plays this unbelievable ball over the top towards Connor Wickham. He fake shots around Chris Smalling and strikes from just outside the area and finds the back of the net. So what a ball by Bentaleb, and what a finish by Connor Wickham. And with just over half an hour to go, it's United 2, Spurs 1, and possibly a route for us to get back on level terms. But United were playing so well, it looked as though there would only be a matter of time before they would score that third goal. Nani had a great chance here, but his shot was well blocked by Kirikez, and the score was still 2-1. And in the 81st minute, Nani gets on the ball, plays it to Phil Jones, the scorer of the first goal. He finds Mkhitaryan, who gets past Chalobah, runs through one-on-one, and he should have scored. What a big miss by the former Dortmund and Shakhtar Donetsk playmaker. He puts the ball over the bar, and the Armenians should have made it 3-1, but thankfully he didn't, and that gave us a chance, and still a chance for us to salvage some pride. So straight from that, I went to the menu there, and I decided to make a substitution. You can see Bentaleb was absolutely shattered, and this is becoming a big problem for us. We have so many injury problems. Fitness problems. I decided to bring on Daniel Sturridge because we needed a goal. I wasn't happy because he was on light green, and I knew that his involvement, because he don't have too good stamina, his involvement would also see him lose a lot of stamina coming into the Europa League second leg against PSG in the quarterfinals. So bringing on Sturridge is going to be a bit of a worry for us as well. Every single player in this squad seems to be getting knackered so easily, but Bentaleb comes off, Sturridge comes on, and it was needs must for us really. We had to bring on Sturridge. We had no choice because we couldn't afford to lose this game. And from the goal kick here, Lloris gives the ball out wide towards Danny Rose, and Rose collects the ball up from this goal kick. The number 3 gets on the ball for us and plays it infield towards Christian Ceballos. Ceballos finds Koulibaly, finds Daniel Sturridge, stops the ball and gets past Vertonghen with the drag back, goes down the right hand side. I wasn't going to be comfortable shooting on his right foot, so I put it back onto his left, and it is a great finish from Daniel Sturridge, and straight from coming off the bench, Sturridge scores to make it United 2, Spurs 2, and we came from 2-0 down to equalise here at Old Trafford in a crucial game. We could not afford to lose 2 games in a row. We couldn't afford to lose this game in the league after being beaten by PSG, and thankfully the decision to put Sturridge onto the pitch, yes, it may have cost him some stamina points, but it certainly was crucial in terms of gaining actual points in the league. So Sturridge gets the goal off the bench. The game does finish United 2, Spurs 2. We needed that save from Sturridge. We got it, and thankfully we do not lose 2 games in a row, and we do collect a vital point in the race for the top 4. But as always guys, big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please please leave a like, it's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. Please excuse me if I've been coughing or just swallowing a lot, because I am not feeling very well. But thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow afternoon.